Look at me. Look at me right now. If you are retired, or if you are standing right on the doorstep of retirement, you cannot afford to play guessing games with your money. You have worked 40, maybe 50 years to build your nest egg, and right now, your primary job is to protect it. But let's be honest. You look around, you see the headlines, you hear about digital currencies like Bitcoin, and you wonder if you're missing out. Or maybe you already dipped your toe into the water using a platform like Netcoins because somebody told you it was easy. But then the fear creeps in. You start asking yourself, what is this actually costing me? What are the hidden traps? What is the transaction fee for Netcoins, and is it eating away at my hard-earned retirement dollars? I know exactly what you are feeling. You are feeling overwhelmed because the crypto world speaks a completely different language, and you are terrified that what you don't know is going to cost you thousands of dollars in hidden fees. It makes you want to throw your hands up in the air. But ignorance is not bliss, my friends. Ignorance is expensive, especially when you are on a fixed income. So let's clear the air and get down to the absolute truth about Netcoins and their fees, because you need to understand exactly how money moves on these platforms before you execute another single trade. When we talk about Netcoins, you have to understand that they advertise themselves as a highly transparent, beginner-friendly platform. And compared to some of the global giants out there that look like a pilot's cockpit, Netcoins is easy to navigate. But easy does not mean free. Let's start with the big question. What is the actual transaction fee when you buy or sell? Netcoins charges a flat 0.5% trading fee on every single transaction. Whether you are buying $50 worth of Bitcoin or $10,000 worth of Ethereum, they are taking 0.5% right off the top. Now, on the surface, you might think, Susie, 0.5%? That sounds incredibly cheap. But you need to wake up and look at the math. A 0.5% fee means if you put $10,000 into a digital asset, $50 goes out the window instantly just to execute the trade. If you change your mind next week and want to sell it back to cash, boom, another 0.5% fee. That is 1% gone just coming and going, before the market even moves an inch. For someone in retirement, where every single dollar needs to be working for your security, those little percentages add up fast. But it gets deeper, and this is where the real fear comes in for people who don't do their homework. The trading fee is only one layer of the onion. Netcoins also builds what we call a spread into the price. What is a spread? A spread is the difference between the actual market price of the cryptocurrency and the price Netcoins chooses to sell it to you for. It is a markup. So even though they tell you the fee is 0.5%, you might actually be paying slightly more than the true market value of the coin. If you do not know how to spot this, you are letting your money leak out of your account without even realizing it. Now, let's talk about funding your account and getting your money back out, because this is where people get completely tripped up. Netcoins makes it very appealing to put cash in. If you use an Interac e-transfer, depositing cash is entirely free. If you use a bank wire, it is free as long as you deposit over $3,000. If you do a wire under $3,000, they slap you with a $30 processing fee. Why would you pay $30 just to give them your money? You wouldn't. But the real panic sets in when you decide it's time to cash out. You want your money back in your traditional bank account where it belongs. If you use an Interac e-transfer to withdraw your cash, Netcoins does not charge you a dime. That is a good thing. But e-transfers have daily limits. If you have a large sum of money, say you want to withdraw a major chunk of your portfolio via a bank wire, and that wire is $25,000 or less, Netcoins is going to charge you a $50 processing fee just to send you your own money. If it's over $25,000, the wire is free. But think about the retiree who just wants to pull out $5,000 for an emergency. $50 gone. That is a utility bill. That is groceries for a week. You cannot afford to let these platforms nick and dime you because you didn't read the fine print. And what if you aren't withdrawing cash? What if you want to move your actual cryptocurrency off Netcoins and into a private, secure digital wallet for safekeeping? This is where they really get you, and it varies drastically depending on the specific coin you own. If you want to move Bitcoin off their platform, they charge a flat network fee of 0.00025 BTC. If you want to move Ethereum, it's 0.01 ETH. Now, those numbers sound tiny, don't they? They sound like fractions of a penny. But they are not. Depending on what those coins are trading for in the market, those withdrawal fees can easily equate to $10, $20, or $30 or more per transfer, regardless of how much crypto you are moving. If you are moving a small amount of crypto, that withdrawal fee could represent a massive percentage of your total investment. It is an absolute trap for the uneducated investor. So what is the actionable takeaway here? How do you protect yourself? First, if you are going to use Netcoins, you must optimize how you move your money. Never, ever use bank wires for small amounts. If you are depositing or withdrawing cash, keep it within the limits of free Interac e-transfers so you don't hand over $30 or $50 to the platform for no reason. Second, you have to factor the 0.5% trading fee into your overall financial plan. Do not treat crypto like a video game where you buy today and sell tomorrow. Every time you click that button, you are losing money to fees. If you choose to invest a small, risk-tolerant piece of your portfolio into crypto, and I mean money you can afford to lose completely, you buy it, and you hold it. You do not trade back and forth. Third, before you hit buy or sell, look at the total estimated cost of the trade. Netcoins will show you the breakdown. Look at the price they are giving you versus the actual market price on other financial news sites. Know the spread. My friends, retirement is about safety, clarity, and control. Do not let the shiny allure of digital assets blind you to the basic rules of wealth preservation.